Get the real news at realrawnews.com. Article entitled Putin Executes White Lung Doctor. Article dated December 1st, 2023. On Vladimir Putin's orders, the Russian army on Thursday executed a renegade Ministry of Health official for trying to hold a white lung meeting between himself and Russian pharmaceutical manufacturers, FSB agent Andrei Zakharov told Real Raw News. A day earlier, Russian intelligence learned that Mikhail Abramovich, a researcher and physician in good standing with the MOH, had written letters to the heads of BioCAD and Nanolec, beseeching them to immediately start work on a vaccine to combat the emerging white lung pneumonia, calling it the greatest threat to the Russian Federation since COVID-19. He implored the pharmaceutical giants to use COVID-19 vaccines as a template. Moreover, he said every prepubescent child in Russia ought to be vaccinated against the child-killing virus, citing alleged outbreaks in China and the Netherlands, and in Idaho and Massachusetts. We must not delay, my friends. The future of Russia depends on a swift response to this novel disease. I will arrange meetings for us to speak in person, part of his letter read. The FSB, which believes white lung is fake, a deep state invention to reignite cries for masking, social distancing, and medical martial law, didn't know whether Abramovich was a deep state sleeper agent or had simply lost his mind. He knew that Putin had outlawed COVID-19 vaccines and executed health professionals who defied his maxim. In fact, nothing in the FSB's dossier on Abramovich suggested he was an agent provocateur or prone to insanity. Abramovich completed school at First Moscow State Medical University with a PhD in medical biology, after which he interned at the Kremlin's Central Clinical Hospital, which requires not only academic excellence but also a letter of recommendation written by a member of the State Duma or the Federal Council. He later refused a lucrative position in favor of caring for impoverished citizens. In 2022, Abramovich spent 4 months at frontline field hospitals treating soldiers who had been wounded in Russia's special military operation against Ukraine. Abramovich, 47, was married and had 2 adult children. It no matter that this man Abramovich voted for Putin or appeared loyal. Somehow he escaped some scrutiny. In matters like this, President Putin does what he has to do because he knows this white lung is a fiction, and he won't let white lung lies come to Russia. Not again, Zakharov said. On Thursday evening, Russian troops barged into Abramovich's Moscow apartment where he and his wife were lounging on the sofa and watching a television news broadcast. The couple reportedly sat frozen as a lieutenant casually switched off the TV and told Abramovich he had been found guilty of treason and espionage and would be executed at once. The lieutenant asked Mrs. Abramovich if she was complicit in or had knowledge of her husband's crimes. I don't know anything, but this man, he is not the same man I married. He acts strange. I want nothing to do with him. I divorced myself from him, she replied. Zakharov said Abramovich was handcuffed, dragged outside, and shot in the head. If there were more like him, they won't survive, Zakharov said. In closing, we asked who tipped off the FSB. It was CEO of BioCAD, the pharma. He showed us Abramovich's letters. We don't know why he thought he could do this. It was an act of lunacy, he said.